Yo, I can't be the only one that ever wonders this. Have you guys ever been watching a show, like one of those rescue shows, where this dude got himself into some kind of situation, trapped under some kind of vehicle or device or whatever, right? And the first thing you think of when, like, as the emergency people are driving up to this whole scene, I know for me, I'm like, how did this dude get himself into this situation? Like, what was going through his brain that he ended up here? Well, on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, I might just show you how that kind of thing happens. So what do you think it's going to be, guys? And I haven't even done it yet, but I promised the kid that I would video this whole thing, even though I wasn't gonna, just to see if my harebrained schemes actually work, right? No, we're not working on this guy today, as much as I'd like to, because, man, she looks good. You guys might remember, we picked up the frame for the 65. Well, in order to move forward that, we need to get the frame off of the trailer for a couple of reasons, and depending on what order these videos come out in, you may know one of the reasons, but the other reason, and the reason for this project, is we got to work on it. We're ordering parts. I'll show you that stuff. We'll talk about that if I make it through this. So you might have noticed there's no rear axle. There's hubs and stuff up front. That's where this guy and this guy come into play. This is the spare of my 65. You might have seen it in the background for quite some time. This is a trailer tire I borrowed from Jay. First thing we got to do is we got to fix this little guy right here. You hear that? It's not good. So it's constantly leaking. Now, if you borrow something from Jay, you gotta figure in some repair time. Okay. I'm sorry, dude. I couldn't resist. No. This was, I believe, his spare, and he got it's a whole story, guys. If you mess with cars enough, or hot rods, or trailers, or anything that requires maintenance, guys, I bet these computer dudes will probably have the same problems. They got like different hard drives all over or something, because that's what happens with car guys. You may notice we might have some tires and extra wheels. Those are all 5 lugs. So these are the only 6 lug I have besides the one that are on my truck is this guy. And I asked Jay, so he's helping me out. This happens, guys, okay? Even when we had all these wheels here, I still didn't have anything else for this. Oh, did I? The transports probably would have fit. Doesn't matter, they're sold and didn't have tires on them. We're living in the past, guys. So I'm going to fix that, help me out here, valve stem, and then we will move on with the treacherous things that we got planned. No way this is going to work, but I really don't have another way to do it. Don't really want to break this bead. No way this is going to work, dude. I can do it? We'll find out. I don't think so. didn't work. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Time machine. Maybe so take this thing for a ride. God damn it. The worst thing is this not gonna work. And just like that, guys, through the power of television, she's repaired. All right. I know for a second that you don't believe I actually put that valve stem in there, especially this one that's like metal and stuff. Yeah, that didn't. After I messed with it for a while, I realized this was not happening, and I destroyed one of them. I decided to go down to my boy Sammy, and I'm going to put his, logo right here, down here on 3 Notch Road, man. This guy is awesome. Just a great dude and funny. As I get there, my buddy Scott was telling him that I sent him there, and he was Scott's walking out as I walked in. I had no idea he was going there. He was working on his race car. So, small world. And Scott, thanks, buddy, because got me a little better deal. Can't beat that, right? So, his everyday deals are deals, is what I'm saying. So, if you're local, you need some used tire stuff, a tire repaired, whatever, shoot by there, check him out. Tell him Chaz sent you, and I don't know if it'll help you at all. But let me turn you around here. I want to show you what we're working with. I want to show you my idea and see if any of this is actually going to work. All right, so first and foremost, need to make sure that the lug pattern is the same, right? I got this handy dandy tool that I scooped up in Carlisle while I was up there a little while back. But, so it's a 6 by, what is this? We'll get it. We'll get her. There you go. 6 by 5.5. So that's good to know. All right. That's what we got going on there, right? So let's make sure over here. 6 by 5.5. And dope. Now, if you don't got one of these, you can use this guy. But I got one, so, So looking at these two tires, you can tell one is significantly larger than the other. At least it appears that way. Right? She's a little girthy, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got, all right? This dude right here is, this is really easy to do one-handed, guys. Let me tell you what. All right. She is, what we got there? Right around 29.5 inches. This guy right here is right around 27 inches. So, yep, She's a little bigger, but I don't know. Let's see. We moved the trailer down here. What do you guys think we're trying to do? You think I got the? I don't know. Is it gonna work? I was gonna stand here and explain to you what I'm gonna do. I think a picture tells 1,000 words. A video's got to tell like 1,000,000, right? So, you see what's going on. The frame is on the trailer. We got some room behind here before the hill starts to go up there. That's an important piece of information. But, yeah, take a look, and hopefully this works out as I planned. Easy.
Okay, what is going on here?
Yeah,
okay.
right here he's going into a state of Hulkamania.
Yeah.
Okay, now when he's like this, nothing can hurt him. Okay, it's like a seizure of strength.
Yeah.
All right, so right here is where it's going to live for the weekend, probably. But I want to show you a couple things that were key to this working out the way it did. Obviously, the steering is, it's like together, you can kind of see, but it's not hooked up so where it's going to lock straight, right? I heard a little cursing, a little whatever, but I got her in there. Nice and tight. This one moved a little bit. See, it's got a little room there. But that worked. So not only did they stay straight, I was able to turn it in here, right? Nice little. So that was key, all right. And what is it that Puddin' always says? If one don't hold it, six never woulda. So I got some stuff to clean up back here. Nothing crazy. Getting ready for a little trip tomorrow. But I want to talk to you guys because, well, I told you I would. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that we're going to do some shopping, right? So obviously, you guys saw me dragging the frame like it's a wheelbarrow. So it's pretty safe to say we're missing some parts, right? Which we knew, and we have all those on the other frame. If we really wanted to, we wanted to kind of do it cheaply, which you know I like. we could grab all that stuff, put it all in this frame right here, and be good to go exactly like the truck was. But when I bought this truck, I don't know, 75, 100 years ago, whatever it might have been, it's been a while, guys. My intention was never to keep it as it was. I wanted to kind of do some performance stuff, you know, suspension, because somebody just heated up the springs, you know, so I wanted to put, you know, I wanted to lower it properly, you know, sway bars, disc brakes, maybe a 5-speed, just make it more of a modern type, you know. But I never got a chance to do that because it caught fire, motor blew, motor leaked, another motor swap, rebuilt that one, coolant problems, and then we got driven into. And there was other little stuff in there. Cross-country move, you know, there's some things, guys. Was there a deployment in there? Might have been. Anyways, all that stuff happened, and never got to do the stuff I wanted to do. Now's the time, guys. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it, right? So, and you guys know how much I do not like doing this. We spend a little money. Now, I don't like talking about how much I spend and all that kind of stuff. It's just not my thing. I think it's a stupid thing to brag about. So, I'll show you what I got, or I've got coming anyways, and you can speculate all you want, all right? So, front end, well, actually, we ended up getting a whole lowering kit, 3.5 lowering kit, spring shocks, Panhard bar, whatever they call that thing, goes across the back, all the bracketry, all that kind of stuff. After that, we got, like I said, sway bars. We bought a sway bar kit. We got some tubular front control arms because, well, these are probably kind of sacked out. I know my other ones kind of are. The tube ones just look cool. So why not, right? And honestly, to change ball joints and all that kind of stuff, not to mention the time and the work, the price is not that much different. You know, so that's what we did. To match that, we got some tubular trailing arms. Now, if you're going to use all that stuff and lower it, there's where they bolt on these two cross members that you see here are not right there. There you go. They're not factory. They're welded in just to keep everything straight. Because he was looking at doing some stuff, bags and 4-link. I don't want to do that. So where they mount onto is like this cross member where the drive shaft goes through, just past the transmission cross member. We got that. So, and we got the special one that's got a bunch of different settings for lowered vehicles. Because guys, we're trying to do all this right. I'm not trying to just, you know, like I've done in the past. I mean, my Pontiac's lowered that way. The Nissan I cranked the torsion bars. That's never a good idea. But let's make sure all the geometry is right. Like I said, do it once, do it right. Well, we did all that stuff. I'm not putting drum brakes back on it. So, granted, does it need 4-wheel disc? Am I doing any kind of... No. Does it look cool? Yeah. Is it easier to maintain? That's arguable, depending on how good you are at drum brakes. That's just what I wanted. So, I bought them. All right? Wheels and tires. Should I give that away now? Let's just say it's a classic Chevrolet wheel, but bigger, because, you know, why not? The whole look of the truck is not going to be the look of the truck as you know it, as you've seen it, as it's been since 2013, I think, when I bought it. Because I want a truck that was unmolested. A V8 swap was fine. Having a 4 on the floor was good. But I didn't want anything else. Because people were hacking stuff together, especially California guys. It was so crazy out there. Everyone I looked at that they moved the tank from the inside the cab to the bed was terrible. It's a boat tank or a cell or just awful. So Andrew did an awesome job finding this truck. He actually found it. I said, this is what I want. I told him, and he's like this, and he shows me on his phone, and I was like, that's it, buddy. And I went and bought it. So Things have happened over the years. It got a little bit of rust on it, nothing terrible. Joe's taking care of that. And then we're going to finish it off. I'm not farming it all out to Joe. He's obviously, there's no reason for me not to other than the fact that I want to do it. You know what I mean? So the stuff that scares me, I got him doing. The stuff that I know I can do, and I got these ideas have been in my head forever. I'm looking at a color change, guys. Well, it depends how you look at it. Look at changing it back with some highlights. I was actually talking to one about this, what we were doing. I sent him some pictures so he might know a little bit more. Just because we brainstorm together, guys. He's got some great ideas. He's got some crazy ideas. All right. If you know one at all, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we talked a little bit. He gave me some wild stuff. I gave him some mild stuff, and we'll probably meet in the middle somewhere. What we're gonna do. He's not here. He should come down here. That'd be pretty cool. I'd probably get some more accomplished, or at least drink more beer. I don't know, but yeah, that's just a little overview of what we're gonna do. I got bringing it back to the classic look. Bullet holes are going away on the side of that thing. I got too much gray stuff. I don't think it's gonna stay gray. I mean, everything's still up in the air. I already got the tank to move under there, so we'll put that here. And plumb all that in, plumb the brakes in. All that. My plan is to do all that stuff, everything I just showed you over here, as I was talking about it, because you know how the kid does it. He's got it knocked down. That should be all installed before we go ahead and either bring it over to Joe's or bring the other one over here, or however we got to do it. That we haven't. Still working out the whole plan on that. But guys, I am very warm. You hear the bug? You hear those bugs in the background? That's it's hot and humid, right? That and the fact that I'm over here sweating. But I knew that was gonna work. I mean, I didn't. Actually, I was just talking to my buddy Chip, and he's like, "Dude, this is gonna be on the channel, right?" And I saw Andrew right before I left work. He's like, "Please record your plans." And it worked out great, guys. I mean, it was... My friend Amy told me when I was talking to her at work today, she's like, "Why don't you buy a forklift?" First she said, "You have all these friends." I was like, I can get it knocked out. And honestly, my initial plan was to put this all together, get the wheel fixed, get it ready to go. I was going to call up old Wade, and he'd be over here in a flash because he is the most efficient man on the planet. And we get after it. I sent him a picture afterwards. He's like, "What are you doing? Why didn't you tell me?" And it's because I picked it up and it really wasn't very heavy. And I wanted to get it done. And I kind of wanted bragging rights because some people said I couldn't do it. But after Amy mentioned all the friends, she says, "Why don't you get a forklift?" I might have made some kind of comment like, "I am the forklift." But I kind of was. All right, I'm going to go probably take a couple Motrin preemptive strike for how I might feel in the morning. And speaking of the morning, you guys going to want to tune in next week because we're going on a road trip tomorrow. The trailer's staying right there. Well, not on the back of the truck, and you're not going to want to miss this, all right? You know what they say, guys? If you want to have the coolest thing in the parking lot, you better be ready to put in some work. Sometimes that work is making a fool of yourself on camera and acting like the frame for your truck is a wheelbarrow. Thanks for watching, guys.